welcome to another Tuned In Sports video. I'm Steve.
I'm Don.
And we're here to talk a little Pistons basketball tonight. Just got the news that Pistons made a trade. Why they did it, I have no idea. Doesn't make any sense to me. Other than, getting some draft picks that we're probably never going to see the floor for us. I'm a little baffled by it. We're helping the Nets out. Taking on, Deandre Jordan's contract for him. And then, ultimately he's going to end up with the Lakers. And then we sent Doumbouya and Okafor over there to, give them a little more depth and leave us shorthanded. So it's just a wonderful trade all the way around. Don't understand it. And we'll see what happens. I've had a lot of faith in the moves that have been made up till this point. But this one here is a little baffling to me. Like I said, I really have liked the moves. I love the rookie signing. I like all that stuff. I think we're going in the right direction. But this one here, I'm baffled by this. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a hot take because it just really happened. So, because I was scrambling trying to figure out, something did happen, huh? Yeah. So, looking at the trade, it's just, to me, it's ridiculous. But somewhere that's the reason the GMs get paid the money, and whatever they're going to do, they're going to do. But to trade away two younger prospects, one of them seemed to have pretty good spurts of playing time and being productive, just to take on a cash deal with a veteran player, just to cycle him through the wash and then send him on his way. This is the typical stuff that that I talk about, where it's just here's what the front office does, and are they going to go towards the upside, or are they just going to rehash and do the Timberwolves, the OKCs, the are you just going to run through the mill? Like, okay, we got some really good pieces and prospects. Okay, let's just get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then next thing and you're just still at the bottom. I mean, and it's just this type of deal here kind of makes me go backwards on them.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was kind of like, well, yeah, maybe, they maybe got things going, and they, like I said, got a good nucleus, but I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
It just seems out of ordinary, and this is, like I said, it brings me back to, old Nuggets and Timberwolves and like I said, the teams that I mentioned before, OKC, where they're, now they're just churning over payrolls, and they're just like a launderer, of money, and that's all they are, just like an ATM. Just going through them. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hold out hope that that's not what's gonna happen with this. Like I said, I really have been impressed with what they've done previous to this, and it's nice to actually have some positive things going on in the Pistons world. It's been a while, so. But yeah, I'm shaking my head at this and going, why did we get involved with this one? Mm-hmm. Especially when we're actually getting nothing in return, in my opinion. I mean, 4 second-round picks, probably not going to even see the floor.
Yeah, and they're like, what was it? One was 22, and I think 24, 25, and 27, and like 3 of those teams will probably be still good during those times.
Right.
Like the Warriors won, and then of course the Nets.
Yeah.
And then the best one out of it was probably the Wizards, right?
Yeah.
I think you said out of that, so that maybe has the potential of it, but
yeah, I mean.
But again, they're so far out. Who knows?
Yeah. And who knows? Yeah, which one is which? When are we seeing these picks?
Yeah.
And like I said, the Warriors. I mean, good luck. That's going to be a late pick.
Yeah.
The Nets is definitely going to be a late pick. They're projected to win the championship.
Yeah.
So I mean, to me, we didn't help ourselves at all outside of maybe clearing some cap or something like that. If that's the case, like I said,
and then maybe fall into a second rounder that might pan out, but those are few and far between.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not like the NFL where a 6th-round guy can make an impact.
Yeah.
It seems like if you're outside of the first round in the NBA, actually, if you're outside of the first 15 picks in the NBA,
usually
you're not.
Yeah, like I said, we lucked out with Jokic as a Taco Bell commercial during the second round like 46 or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
And it just, oh well, you know, like you said, maybe that's what they're hoping for, is just to find somebody like that, and
Yeah.
and just luck out with sheer volume of picks that maybe something would come out of it. But yeah, normally, like you said, if they're not in the top, usually 10.
Right. You don't really hear much about them.
Yeah, they're just a role player or just trade bait.
Right. No, exactly. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna like totally count it out that it can't work out for them, but I was shocked by this one. I didn't think this would be a move they'd be making. Especially like we said, there's a couple of younger players there that had showed some promise. I thought Doumbouya had a pretty decent upside to him. Okafor, I'm not super familiar with what he's looked like because I haven't watched a ton of Pistons games being out here. But with that being said, just shocked by this move, and I just hope it works out for him. And we will definitely see. It's not often that I'm getting upset about Pistons news in this time of the season,
Yeah.
but or even talking about the Pistons this time of year. But it's it is what it is, and it's only because I've been so happy with everything else, and I'm excited to talk about them. And this just kind of like, what the hell, threw me over the edge. And but that's okay.
And take a hot take on it.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like you said, it just happened. So, I mean, this is pretty fresh off the news. So, I mean, just I don't know. I was driving back after eating dinner, and I heard that on the radio, and man, every other word out of my mouth was a cuss word. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, what the heck are we thinking? So many positives going on, and I just feel like, okay, all this for $6 million. I mean, really? Come on. But like I said, if it helps the cap scenario out to where maybe they can sign another free agent that way, well, then maybe. So I mean, that I guess I should look at the big picture before I, give it a yay or a nay. But man, that was definitely not news I was expecting to hear from them.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially since they were building the team. I mean, that's kind of where they were going with, and the things that they've done. It seemed like this was going to be a group that might be sticking around with each other for a while to grow. Mm-hmm. And then, so now here you go, you're going to pretty much disband 2 players. And then, they're probably going to be filled in by somebody, right? Somebody off the Summer League or the G League or,
Yep.
So, I don't know. We'll see how they fit in.
No, exactly. I mean, and who knows what they got going on behind the scenes. I mean, they might have some other grand moves that they're going to be pulling off. But I'm not going to question
just
anything.
As long as the moves ain't more like this, that's
right.
The only thing.
No, I mean, I'm going to give this guy an opportunity. I like what he's done so far, so it's nice to see some direction by this team anyways. At least, up to this point, it's been really good. So, and I mean, even like, a lot of the so-called experts have liked the moves that the Pistons have made. So, I mean, who knows what that means? Probably nothing. But I'm not going to torch them quite yet. So, anyway, in other news, we had some college football tonight. Looks like the Spartans were playing a little bit here. Looks like it's 28-14 with 11:10 to go in the fourth quarter. They were up 28-7, so they must have just gave up a touchdown. So this is actually not a bad showing for Michigan State. Northwestern's usually a pretty game team. And it's in Northwestern, which is a pretty good sign for Michigan State to be up by 14, up there. So not a bad showing by them. It's, first game of the season. So we'll see what happens with that. It's I'm not sure what to expect out of Sparty this year. Hopefully this coach, God rest his soul. As far as he's concerned.
I love him.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned. But I mean, it is what it is. And he's here at Michigan State, and so I mean, if he can continue to get some wins for him, then I'll be happy with that. But yeah, tonight's opening night for them. Getting ready for the Michigan game this weekend. and Colorado was playing. So we've already kind of done one of these college videos, the college football videos, but
I'll save that for the next one.
Yeah, it's still fun to touch on it, if nothing else. And I was watching the Tigers game tonight. That was kind of fun during dinner. Of course they had to turn it off in the 6th inning when they're up 11-5. It's like, hey, it's not very often we're up by this much. But
where the hell's Detroit?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that should about do it for this video.
Yep.
I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on this Pistons trade, and God, please make it work. And
just do your best, Stephen A. Smith. It'll be fine.
Exactly. So anyway, with that being said, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you get all of our content. If you have any complaints, go ahead and send those in as well.
Yeah. Directed to me.
Or directed to Don. Or if you have some content that you want us to talk about, like your team or whatever, please put it in the comment section, and we'll do our best to get it out there for you. Anyway, with that being said, have a great night. I'm Steve.
I'm Don.
And we'll see you in the next video.